Because if you cast somebody and they can't play Bruce Wayne, then there's no point in also casting them as the Batman.
Yeah,
that's a fact for sure. Because there's some people that weren't a fan of how Robert Pattinson did Bruce Wayne. So
that's me.
there you go.
A little too emo.
Oh, yeah.
A little too emo for me.
That opinion is out
Too
there
emo.
for sure. So
But
100%.
more on Robert
Aaron's
later.
died, man.
More on Robert later.
More. Ooh.
Yeah, you heard. Yeah. And this last one, I said more on Robert later. I went to go watch Mickey 17 in theaters. Robert Pattinson starring this one. Yeah, Jet and Dre have said it multiple times. Robert just completely steals the movie. He knows what he's doing as far as when it comes to acting. He has a phenomenal, I guess you could say, monologue in here with himself. If you guys know the trailer of the movie, there's two Mickeys, and that monologue with himself is just crazy, man. I was just like, wow, like this motherfucker, yeah, he's got it. He's got it. So it was very, very good and interesting to see him play himself two different ways, because they're the same person, but each time he comes back, or in this case gets copied and comes back, it's a little bit different each time. They did make a point of saying like, hey, number 6 is different from number 8. You know, number 7 was a little weird or whatever. And you don't get to see the full extent of that until there's 2 of them on there. But once they're both on there, yeah, it's pretty crazy. It starts off a little slow, but once it gets going, in that first 2 acts, it's pretty fun, pretty interesting. Mark Ruffalo in here just plays a weirdo, I guess, antagonist. And it worked. Like, he did a phenomenal job in it. He was great. This whole cast, I was pretty surprised about. It was a well-rounded, like, performances all around. Robert's love interest in this was played by Naomi Aki. Her name was Nasha in the movie. She was phenomenal. Steven Yeun, as we know, is Invincible. Phenomenal. It was kind of, I don't think I've seen him. Maybe Cody could speak to this a little bit. I think Cody saw that Netflix movie with him a while back. I forgot the name of that movie that you saw with him. Damn, it's like a car crash that they get into or whatever. I don't know if you...
Beef?
Was it?
Beef.
Yes, beef. I don't know how he acts in Beef, but in this one, he's an asshole. He's a jerk. He's that best friend that's just like using you type shit with Mickey. And it was pretty interesting to see. More on Steven later, because we got to... Yeah, that was kind of crazy. But I got to see it here in live action. And yeah, it was pretty interesting to see him do it live action. But he did a phenomenal job in this as well. But we get to this third act, and I still enjoyed the third act. It was just dragged out a little bit. I think they could have shortened it and made it a little more interesting. The life forms they were dealing with by that third act just took too long to get to. It was interesting, like, oh shit, these life forms aren't what we think it is. And it just dragged out a little bit too long. But overall, as a movie, I did enjoy myself watching this one. I do recommend watching it in the theater. I think it was a good time. I'm gonna give this one a 5, though. I'm just kidding. Relax, Cody. You don't come at me. I'm just kidding.
God damn.
No, I'm at a 7. I think with this one, I'm at a 7. That beginning dragging a little bit, just a little bit, and then that third act kind of just like stumbling a little more. It just wasn't strong enough to elevate it a little bit more. But it is worth watching, though. I think it was a solid movie. Robert alone, like I said, fantastic performance. Fantastic. He killed it. Yeah, Mickey 17. Go check that one out.